In the DeFi space, we've all become accustomed to projects that can earn us 1% a day on our money, which is really remarkable and amazing. But today, I'm talking about a project that's currently earning me 5% every single day. So you got to be asking, and I've got to be asking, is it possible to continue earning 5% a day? In this video, I'm going to cover everything you need to know about this project. So let's jump right in. What's going on, you guys? My name is Matt, and welcome to the 0 to 100K project, where I'm challenging myself to go from $0 to $100,000 a month in passive income. And I'm inviting you watching this right now to come on this journey with me and to change your life forever. If that sparks something in you and you want to make that change, hit the subscribe button. Join this journey with me. Let's do this together and like the video right now. Let's get this out to as many people as we possibly can. Well, if you're like me and most people, when you hear something's paying you out 5% a day, it most likely sounds like a Ponzi scheme. It sounds like it's too good to be true. And people say when things are too good to be true, they probably are. Well, today we're talking about Wealth Mountain, and there are tons of videos that are full explainers of Wealth Mountain. So I'm not going to cover everything about it, but I'm going to only cover the things that I find the most important. And I'm going to show you my progress so far, which I've been in the protocol about 54 days. So I'm going to show you my dashboard, how much I've earned, how much I staked, and all the details. Wealth Mountain is a super transparent, high risk protocol that can earn you up to 5% every single day on whatever you deposit. They have a really, really good FAQ section, and it answers all of even the tough questions. One of the first things you're going to realize is they're totally transparent, which is very rare in the DeFi space. So, if you want to ask the question, is this a Ponzi scheme? Well, it's not a Ponzi scheme, but it does have Ponzi-nomics going on, meaning right now the protocol is definitely reliant on new investor capital coming in to keep it sustainable to pay everybody out. Now, they're very forthright about that, but they're also forthright about their plan on how that's going to change over time. So go ahead and read through the FAQ. Make sure you get all of your important questions answered before you even think about investing. Back on the homepage, I want to point out that the TVL is $2.3 million. About a couple weeks ago, this was actually over $3 million. Let's look at the portfolio dashboard. Again, this is showing you complete transparency, kind of unlike I've seen in any other project. Here's the TVL on the Binance Smart Chain. Here's the TVL on Ethereum. They did have Avalanche, Polygon, and Phantom, but those were so small that when the TVL drawdown happened, which you can see right here, when this happened, the couple of big holders on these chains withdrew their money and caused the whole balance to go to zero. Now, the team is working on a V2 migration to help the people regain their initial investment. And the way they're going to be able to do that is to get paid out over time from the earnings of the portfolio investments that the team has. You can see right here that the team has $600,000 worth of a portfolio that they have invested. And the idea is that this becomes the way that this project becomes sustainable. Now, if you want to see what they're invested in, you just scroll down and you can actually see all of the projects they're currently invested in. You can see how much they have invested in each one, and it's laid out in a super transparent way. You can also click on DBank and it will show you all of their holdings that way as well. If we take a look at the TVL to portfolio ratio, when this thing launched, the TVL skyrocketed up to like $3 million. It never even went down. All of a sudden, there was a huge drawdown, and everybody was asking themselves, what's going to happen when everyone freaks out and starts taking their money out? Well, the interesting part about this is that Wealth Mountain actually needs this to happen. They need there to be fluctuations in the TVL, because remember, the only way that they actually make money for their portfolio to invest is from the stake and unstake fees. They actually don't invest your capital other than the staking and unstaking fees. That's why you can actually take your money back out. In a lot of these investment things in the DeFi space, the money that you put in is essentially gone and burned forever. It's a sunk cost, right? But with Wealth Mountain, that's not the case. You can actually get it back less whatever the unstake fee is. So they need these fluctuations in TVL. And the idea is for this investment portfolio to cross over the TVL. And here's an actual demonstration of how they see this possibly playing out in the future. Here, this line here represents their portfolio investment amount, and this represents the TVL. What they actually need is for people to have all these stake fees and then unstake fees and then stake fees and unstake fees. And that will eventually cause this to rise to a place that is higher than the TVL, and then thus it becomes sustainable. But the question you got to ask yourself is, will this project be alive long enough for that to happen? So that's the game that we're playing. So you just have to understand the game that we're playing. I'll tell you, when this was happening, I was watching this like a hawk, the TVL on the Binance Smart Chain. I was watching this like every 30 minutes, trying to decide if I wanted to unstake my funds. But I left my money in, and so far I'm really glad that I did, because they basically recovered like a champion. And during that dip down, the team went from about $150,000 in their portfolio value to now $600,000. So you could see how beneficial that was for the portfolio value to grow with all those people unstaking and taking their profits. So this project is definitely risky, and they do a really good job of telling you what that risk is. Like I said, read the FAQs. You just need to understand how the game is being played and whether you want to play the game. So how do they make their money for the portfolio investments if they're not using the investors' deposits? Well, they make it from staking and unstaking. You can look at these tables for unstaking and collecting and how the fees line up. There's always a 10% fee for staking. It's the unstaking fee that is on a sliding scale from 10% down to 2%. So it starts day 1 through 10 at 10%, and you go down once you cross day 50, you hit 2% unstake fee. So by the end of it, you'd be able to unstake your original deposit for only 2%. And I do want to point out, everything that you earned, apart from your stake, all of your earnings, they have a 0% fee for collecting those earnings. So that's pretty amazing. So not only can you collect your earnings, but then you can unstake your original as well. And if you want to see how this plays out on a graph, you could see this is your daily earnings that go up over time. Remember, you're earning 1% when you start out, and this incrementally goes up until day 50, you're earning 5%, right? So here's your earnings going up from 1% up to 5%. And while that's happening, your unstake fees going down to 2%. So you can see where these cross, but there's always a flat 10% fee for staking. Remember, this is how they're feeding that treasury investment portfolio balance. So to better understand that, let's look at my actual account. I deposited $500. And remember, there's the 10% stake fee. So that brought me down to $450. And you can see I've been in the protocol now for 55 days. I'm earning 5%, and my unstake fee is 2%. And so what that equates to is I've earned $1,241 off of my $450. That's about a 275% increase on my money. You guys, that's like 150% a month. It really doesn't seem like this should be possible. For me, there are different types of projects in DeFi. Some of them I think are rock solid and they're going to be there for a long period of time. And then others, I think to myself, okay, I'm constantly looking for ways to double my money, right? I want to find something that I can put my money in. Do I have a chance of doubling it? I know it's high risk. I understand the consequences that I could lose everything, but do I have an opportunity to make money, to double my money or better? And in this case, you could see it's been 54 days and I've gotten almost a 3x on my money. Now, if I had put in $10,000, $20,000, that'd be looking real juicy at this point in time. Of course, my risk would be higher, but again, that's up to each and every person to make that decision. But remember, I'm only earning 5% off of my original deposit, not off everything that I'm earning. So I think I'm earning like $22 a day, and that will never increase until I compound this to create another stake or I deposit more money. So then the game becomes, okay, how do I feel about the protocol? How's the TVL looking? Do I want to collect this and then put down another portion of it just like I did before? So that's what I'm evaluating right now. And that's the game theory behind this protocol. So how long can Wealth Mountain last? Well, it's already been paying out people 5% for around 2 months' time. It already withstood a huge drawdown in TVL, which became super healthy for the investment treasury. Basically, what you have is a high risk, high reward platform that gives you all the tools and transparency to make investment decisions to decide if this is something that fits your risk appetite. Just keep in mind, there are some players in this game that might have bags that could induce fear, uncertainty, and doubt in people and cause like a cascading effect that happened here. So just weigh that out, knowing that they need that for this to become more sustainable, but too much of that would be a bad thing and it would run this completely dry. For now, it's a high risk money doubling machine for as long as it's running. If anyone from the Wealth Mountain team is watching this, I'd love to have you guys on for an AMA on my channel. That'd be pretty amazing. I know all my followers would love that. It's important to point out that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice, and you should never take advice from me or any YouTuber on what to do with your money. I'm just showing you my journey as I'm investing and how things are going for me. You take that however you want to and make whatever decision feels best for you. That wraps up today's video. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to hit subscribe on my channel, hit the bell notifications so you know every time I'm dropping an amazing video for you guys showing you my journey. Hit the like button right now. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.